The 1930s, 40s, and 50s, truly an awful time in American history. The Great Depression, World War II, mass racism and homophobia. Makes people wonder who would ever want to live in these times. Most people have no answer, but some people have a very simple one. Only 2 words. The railroad. The railroad has many engines. There's Sam, the big boy. Piper, the shunter. Hank, the express engine. Then there's Theodore and 11. They're older engines. They don't go as fast as the others, aren't as strong either, but it doesn't mean they don't work hard. Come on, 11, you're not pulling hard enough. That's your point of view. I say you're pulling me too hard. It feels like you'll rip my cowcatcher right off my frame. You've just gone soft with age. I don't remember you being sluggish. I've always kept the same pace. You just feel threatened by bigger, newer, and stronger engines. Don't act like you don't know. It's obvious. Well, maybe just a little. Look, bud, just cool off. You're flipping your chimney over nothing. We'll be working hard for years to come. Later that year, a new big engine had arrived on the railroad. His name was Todd. He looked at the sheds and scoffed. This is supposed to be a shed? Looks more like a garage with tracks inside. I don't even think I'll fit. I can see why the boss bought you for cheap. Incredible. This place still has outdated sheds and outdated engines. Is this a railroad or a museum? Oh, how original. Who even are you two? I'm 11. He's Theodore. Theodore said nothing and stared at the new engine. The name's Todd. Well then, nice to meet you. Anyway, what do you two do? I'll be taking cars from the depot to the docks. Theodore lurched forward in surprise. No, you can't do that. That's our job. Well, too bad. It's the job I was assigned. How much can you pull? 30 times and you both combined. Theodore shivered at the number. He thought that they would be out of the job instantly. But 11 knew that Todd was only bluffing. He couldn't really pull that load. Wow, that's very impressive. I'll be sure to spread your knowledge. The next day, 11 and Theodore rolled into the yard where Piper was. 11 had thought of a trick to play on Todd. Piper noticed the 2 engines. Hello, you two. Sorry about the new engine. Oh, no worries. 11. I know that look. What are you planning? Oh, nothing. Todd just mentioned that he can pull 30 times more than both of us combined, so I wanted just to test that theory. Piper chuckled at the idea. Oh, I like your thinking, 11. At 10 o'clock, Todd rolled into the yard, ready to go. Well, I'm waiting for my cars. Yes, sir. Piper started shunting many cars behind Todd. First it was 10, then 20, then 30. Piper ending up shunting 30 times the amount that she'd give the Theodore an 11. There were so many cars that they reached the end of the yard. Todd backed up and pulled hard. He couldn't move the heavy train. Come on, he grunted angrily. He didn't realize his knuckles were getting strained. These things have their brakes on, they just won't move. He pulled so hard that he cracked his knuckle and ripped off his arrows. He went flying off the rails. Hey! Ow! 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 Ouch! Oof! He hit another set of track and was on them. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. That night, the boss had firm words for Todd. I thought you'd be smart enough to pull a simple freight train. I'll have to put you on another job. For the time being, you will stay in your shit and think about what you did. He walked away angrily. Theodore and 11 were put back on the job. As for Todd, shunting of all things, this is embarrassing. For the time being, he was being taught how to shunt in the yard by Piper. I wonder if he'll be any good at it.